There's always a hidden stage, a hidden moment, a breakthrough right before you hit that moment. And last night we witnessed it with one of our members. Shout out to Trent. There's always a hidden stage that you go through, though, right before that breakthrough. And tonight, breakthrough. And tonight, that's what we're going to be talking about on the aftermarket.
Markets closed, but we don't sleep. Dreams still trade while the numbers creep. Lights go low and the stars all gleam. Welcome to the aftermarket dream. Yeah, yeah, where we hang free. Tickers glow in the city light. We're the ones who move at night. Buy that dip, chase that high, stack that hope, just justified. No suits, no ties, just faith and speed. Trading hearts and a hunger to lead. We don't wait for the world to agree. We make our mark where we hang free. Welcome to the aftermarket party. Where the bulls and the dreamers get gnarly. Flashing screens, champagne and steam. Building the American dream. Buy low, hold tight, move steady. Midnight trade, lights heavy. Welcome to the aftermarket party where we hang free. Ah. Where we hang free. Hang free. Hang
Woo! Welcome to the aftermarket party where we hang free, sponsored by American Dream Trading. Shout out to Ken Mayfield. Ken, that song is fire. I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for making that again for the aftermarket. We appreciate you. We appreciate your gifts and your talents, and we will always put them to use. Just send them our way, and we will go ahead and get that started. Look, I got. Hold on. There we go. Song's so good, I gotta have it all around, right? Welcome to the aftermarket, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. Wait a minute, hold on one second. Don't forget to smash that like button, share the content out, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. We're trying to get close to 20,000 subscribers, and right now we're sitting at 17,723. Only 2277 to go. I know we can get there. Listen, if you haven't signed up yet, go to none other than American Dream Trading website, which is right here on the screen, and you will get the chance to sign up for everything. Right now, what I'm really excited about is this, right? Platinum is here, babies. Today was the last day for the Diamond membership. So if you did not get it, I believe maybe 12 midnight, you still have the opportunity to get the Diamond. But I'll tell you what, the Platinum's coming up. It's starting February, and we're excited about it. It includes all of our memberships because remember, they're $2,500 a piece. If you want to get the premium, if you want to get the, right now, I believe we still have the premium on sale for the 500. Normally it's $1,250. But the Diamond includes not only everything that you get with the premium, which is the hot stock picks, the pre-market setup, the IPO center, and of course, our live Zoom call with Coach. Every morning he goes live from 9 to 11, but we get to get him at 7 o'clock in the morning early on the Zoom call because that's when the Zoom call starts, starting Monday. So yeah, We've got a live Zoom call that runs from 7 a.m. all the way up till market close at 4 p.m. So if you have not gotten an opportunity to be on that Zoom call and get the behind the scenes and the learning that goes on, you're really shooting yourself in the foot. Okay, so grab that. The platinum is going to include all of the memberships. The VIP, now everything I mentioned is in the VIP, but now you're also getting workshop classes with the VIP, right? So you're getting monthly workshop classes added onto that and early access to the Zoom. The premium members don't get the early access to the Zoom, but the VIP does. Now, if you get VIP Gold, you're now adding on top of that 2 more VIP classes throughout the week, the VIP Gold breakouts, and David Giannis's weekend gold training. He's our Apple master over there, and he trades everything that Apple, right? If it's not Apple, he's not trading it. But he has mastered, he can think what Apple's going to do before Apple knows what it's going to do. And he uses Coach's advanced EWO scalp strategy, and it works. And he has reached over $1 million in profits. Shout out to him. Good job, and keep up the good work. Yesterday we had Palm Coast on here, and he was talking to us about making sure that we continue to follow the rules, that we don't get overzealous, but that we continue to stick to what Coach trains us to do. And we had a member on here, Trent, who has been following the rules, and he had a breakout, or he had a breakout. He's like a stock, right? He had a breakthrough. And we're proud of him. He was somewhere, and all of a sudden it just kind of clicked and came to him. And that's how it is, gang. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about tonight. Sometimes you will get that breakthrough and you're thinking that things are going south when really you're doing a lot of learning. Me personally, hold on 1 second. Me personally, I have experienced this and still experience this. When you get down to the point where you feel like, you're just not getting it, you don't also realize that in that lesson, right, that you're learning, you're also doing a lot of taking in of what not to do. And that helps you moving forward. You may not realize it in that moment, but a lot of people stop 3 feet from gold, right? And if you're not familiar with the story of 3 feet from gold, check out the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It'll explain it to you. But basically, it tells the story of a prospector who went out to find gold. There's gold in them Nar hills. And he went out and got a driller and everything, and went and borrowed money and got this driller, and he used it to dig down. He used some tools to find out where the gold ore was, and he found out where it was, and he dug down, and he took a lot of gold out of the mine and paid his creditors that he borrowed from, and he kept on digging. But then he reached a dry spell and went on ahead and packed up and went home, right? Sold it to a guy who then continued the search. He found out that there was more well, to long story short, come to find out, the original guy stopped 3 feet from where the gold was to pick back up. And the new person took millions of dollars worth of gold out of the mine. So, don't stop 3 feet from goal is what this is all about. So when you're having those rough days, you may have a few red days, and Coach's rule, take 30 days off if you have 2 red days in a row, right? You don't want to get into a spiral where you're constantly losing, because that's not good for your health. It's not good for your mental health, physical health, and it's not good for your wallet, right? So take some time, and it does help when you break away and just walk away from it, right? So that's what tonight is all about. So let me go ahead and make sure that I say hey to everybody down there. What's up, gang? Welcome. Is that Darn Cricket? Hey, Darn Cricket. How you doing, bud? Thank you so much for being here. What's up? Yeah. Jerry! Jerry is in the house. What's up? We got CVS Frog. What's up? Welcome. There is the link down there for anyone that wants to join. What's up, Cricket? Jerry said, you scared the out of me. I was lost in a movie. I was lost in a movie trailer. LOL. Wow, okay. Don't get lost in those movie trailers. That can be pretty dangerous. You like that intro? Listen, Ken Mayfield wrote that song, and he put it to put AI to the task, and they came up with the song. He wrote it, and they came up with it. Now I'm a video editor, and what I did was I just put my spin on it by grabbing an avatar from uh, CapCut and putting a few effects on there, and getting some stuff and putting it together and putting the video to it. And yeah, I think we make a good team, me and Ken. We also collaborated. He did the song, that the American Dream Trading theme that we end the show with. And I did that video as well. So yeah, if you need some video work, hit me up. And if you need a nice song, hit Ken Mayfield up. Shout out to Ken Mayfield. Way to go, Ken. I love that. That is a cool intro. It's a cool song. Like, smash the like button. Thank you, darn Cricket. Appreciate you. Vegan Knowledge. All right. Vegan Knowledge is here with us, and she is here to help me tonight. Bucko, we just ordered groceries, and guess, of course, what we got in there? Grapes. So I don't have to ask, you got any grapes? Because I got my own. Shout out to Bucko. What's up, Buck? Pebbles, what's up? Pebbles Gold. 2 green trades. All right, 2 green trades so far, working on my third. Way to go, but get that money, Pebbles. You get that. Where is it? I don't know where it is, but oh, there it is. You get that money, Pebbles. Pebbles is killing it. Pebbles is rolling. Pavlov, what's up? 3 feet, right? No, don't stop 3 feet from gold. Brush Buddy, love your show. I love you being here, Brush Buddy. Welcome. Darn Cricket, I am doing I'm doing great today. Just shy of 6% green on the account today. Woo! All right, Cricket. Way to go, honey. I love that. Vegan Knowledge says, got any grapes? All right, I think she might be backstage. She's going to help me read the slides today. All right, there she is. Vegan.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Sweet. All right.
I think it was somebody said, I think it was it Jerry? He said it was your instant enthusiasm when you got on the mic is what he talked about, where he was into the movie and it wasn't the song. Well, yeah, she was all fired up.
I am fired up, man. I'm fired up. I love today's topic. I love that Vegan is here with me. She actually helped me create tonight's stream. So shout out to you for that. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And yeah, I'm telling you, Vegan, when she gets into it, she's going to be good, gang. She's going to be good. I'm telling you, she's just, she's tied down to the desk. I also want to give a shout out to her because she got a promotion at work recently. And this is what I love about the 3 feet from gold. This is why I love this one, right? Because she was on.
Oh, I must be delayed. I was reading the comments, but you were already talking about something else.
Yeah, she's got a trajectory that she's on, right? And she tried for one and went there and did well, but didn't quite get offered the position, went right back out within a couple of weeks and got promoted to an even better position within her organization. So thank you, Vegan, for being here. And I'm so proud of you, and keep making strides with what you're doing. And thank you so much for all your help with the aftermarket, because you help a lot. If you go check out tonight's aftermarket channel over there in Discord, she came up with the talking points for tonight. It's just a preface of what we're talking about tonight. So yeah, she's got her YouTube channel. Go subscribe to her YouTube channel if you're interested in learning how to improve your health, because that's what she talks about. She has helped me improve my health and continues to help me improve it. So, yeah, if you need any help with that, check out Vegan Knowledge JJ on YouTube. But yeah, she knows a lot about how to grow a channel on YouTube as well. And she's helping me with this aftermarket show. And she wants to help the organization grow our YouTube channel as well. So, yeah, man.
Thank
Welcome.
you. Appreciate it. And just since you were giving me all those compliments, I want to read you some compliments. Brush Buddy said he loves your show. And also, it says, "Hey, Dawn,
Thank
love the show. Keep it up." Memphis Barbecue 76. And Darn Cricket said, "What a great panel." Oh,
you.
thank you. And
Thank you,
Dawn always
guys.
does a great job. So committed. I think she's on like, what, like a streak of like three, how many shows now? Five?
It's about 605, I think we're on.
She never sleeps, never takes a day off. I keep telling her I think she's a vampire, but don't, you didn't hear it from me. I'm not supposed to say that. Don't bite anybody. That's why she's in online communities.
Yep,
I'm going
yep,
to turn
yep.
this heat off. Okay. You got to see my mini green screen. What the heck? The cat
She's
tore up
always
the
running
chair.
that heat. I'm like, we got a high bill. Stop running the heater. But yeah. So tonight we are talking about that hidden area that people are in right before they hit the breakthrough. Right before things start to click and things start to happen, and everything. Hold on one second. And everything just kind of kicks in there and helps to help you turn the corner, right? So Vegan is going to start us off. I'm going to go ahead and put that first slide up.
I think while you're getting that to come up, I think this happens with anything, if you think about it, that people do to try to get towards their goal. But it's like that's the only difference. I heard a thing on YouTube one time that's where it like really stuck with me, and it's like the only difference between people who succeed and people who don't is they just do it a little bit longer and keep learning from their mistakes and can
That's
really
it.
stick out that stage.
That would be me. I am somebody who I get my teeth in something and I'm not going to stop until I succeed at it. I did that with video editing, and I've done that with music.
Hmm.
Anything that I've ever really gone out for and really put my heart and soul into it, I excel at. And this is going to be no different. This is no different. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, so it's just a matter of time. That's all. Different things click. And I love that we're talking about this tonight, because you go through different stages. And I've already gone through the damn, maybe, you know what? Maybe this is not for me.
Hmm.
I've already passed that stage. I've already determined that no, I'm not going to be one of the ones that walk away from this. I'm going to stick this out. And I'm getting better and better and better and better as a result of that. I realized that it was me that was the problem. It wasn't that I can't do it. It was just some things that I needed to tweak as far as my entries and exits and my patience and greed. There's not really a whole lot of fear, but the patience and the greed are the two things that I really, really, once those are continue to be work on, my profits are going to continue to go up. Yesterday was just the beginning of it. I didn't want to give anything away, so uh I didn't do anything today because I had bills to pay, obviously. But yeah, so
All right, cool. Thank you.
yeah. So let me go ahead and get that slide up.
All right, so we got the hidden stage of trading that no one warns you about, the aftermarket with Dawn. Well, I think here they do talk a lot about the mental mindset of it, but for the most part, when you first start trading, I don't think people think about this part of it.
Nope.
And then we got, so knowledge doesn't always mean execution. Understanding doesn't mean you can execute under pressure.
That is so true, right? How many times have we learned different strategies and learned how to go in a trade? We've learned what double tops are, double bottoms. But when it comes down to actually executing them, there's a disconnect, right?
Hmm.
And usually it's not because you haven't learned or the technique is wrong. The technique is obviously stellar. Coach is a 34-year stock market vet. He knows what he's talking about, right? And we watch him execute that strategy. We've watched others execute it and be successful about it. He's created 16 millionaires. So, and retired hundreds of people. But what we don't see is the struggle that those people went through. We hear the end results, but we don't see the banging of the keyboard. We don't see the throwing the phone across the room when they went into a bad trade while they were learning how to get that good.
Hmm.
Everybody goes through that. The key is surviving it. Surviving it is the whole point. If you can survive it, then you have a world waiting for you that you never dreamed imaginable. But you got to get through this tough part first.
So when you start out, there's a certain evolution that happens in the trading journey, where when you start out, you're winning, things are clicking, and you think you've got it all figured out. And so you might have had like early success, is basically what this slide is talking about. And it's like the honeymoon phase in anything. Oh, I can't hear you, Dawn, if you're saying anything.
Nope.
Okay. I thought I froze again. So like I think, people talk about this a lot in relationships, but I think it happens in trading too. If you have early success, you can think, "Oh, I got this figured out." And you might start out even like, what do they call it? Beginner's luck, some people will
Yeah.
call it. But like if something might work, one little thing that you did, and I think Palm was talking about this a little bit yesterday, you can just get overconfident.
Yeah. And sometimes it's bad when you start out and you do really, really well when you start out. We watched that happen to one of our moderators. She started out like gangbusters, seemed seemed like she could do no wrong, and then all of a sudden things started taking a little bit of a turn. She tried something new, or she got with one of the stocks or futures that couldn't that kind of was challenging for her. But here's the beautiful thing about her: she got back on the horse. She got back on the horse, and she's proven that she has the tenacity to stick with this and see it through.
Hmm.
So shout out to her. She knows who she is. And, almost like I said, the Netflix deal that I got when I first started, I made that 2 grand. It initially it ruined or stalled my success because I thought everything should be traded, go for the gusto and throw a bunch of money in it, even though I didn't do that day. But it was very early in my trading career, and I realized a lot of that was luck. It was timing and it was luck. I did use the pre-market levels. I remember that. And I traded once it broke out, but at the same time, you know what I mean? A lot of that was luck. Now I can trade with purpose. Yesterday, I had a plan. I went in, I executed it on purpose. I moved with purpose and took profit out of the day. Those are the days that you want to add up. And the money itself doesn't matter. That's why I'm not even talking about the amount. The days like what Trent did, right? You want to continue to pile up, like what Pebbles is doing right now. You want to continue to add to your green days, because that's what's going to build the confidence, not the money. The money is just a byproduct of it. You want the green days because that's going to bring the profits that you want eventually, right?
Hmm.
Uh, did I?
And
Yeah,
then
that's cool.
then all of a sudden, then it gets harder. So after that brief phase, when you think you have it all figured out, what works or and worked in those couple of trades all of a sudden stopped working. And this can happen. I think I was reading after or hearing people say it can happen after a month, even one trade a week, whatever, for different people. But then all of a sudden, I think your confidence might take a hit because you thought, well, what happened? And then the losses start piling up and you're confused, like, wait, I had it. Now what's going on? And then I think, we'll talk about on the next slide where your emotions go with that.
Hey, Chris. Looks like Chris is down there. Hey, man.
Hi.
We got the Crypto Kings in the house, Chris and
Uh-oh.
Bucko tonight.
Both of them?
Yeah. What's up, gentlemen?
And you can probably go to the next one too.
I am.
Oh,
Here we go.
okay. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. I thought I had it figured out. What's wrong with me? Those are three common things that happen when you go through that rough like part after thinking you have it figured out.
We've all been there, haven't we, gang? Everybody, type a one down in the chat if you've ever had this thought in your trading journey. Give me a one in the chat before we move on. If you've ever had this thought or had this happen to you in your trading journey, I want to see who else has ever gone through this.
It might be delayed too, because I noticed sometimes they might not come in as fast as they're typing, or at least on my computer. I need to upgrade.
Jerry said feeling amazing. Was you
Oh, I see the ones now.
Was you instant enthusiasm? Uh-huh. All right. Yep. Bucko said he's gone through it. CVS Frog has gone through it. Jerry darn cricket. Yep. So we all know what that feeling is like, and thank God we're still here. We're still strong, we're still resilient, and we're just getting stronger, right?
Mm-hmm. This is where the stage is that most traders just quit right there. And that's what I think is cool about American Dream Trading, the community, because you have other people to talk to and to work through this and see that it's common, that you're not the only one going through it. And you see people that have come out on the other side who felt like quitting, and hearing that makes you better able, I think, to stay with it than if you tried something on your own and just watched a couple of videos and tried it. And then you're like, I think also you go through something when it comes to like doing something that's outside of the image that you have of yourself. Like, I'm not a trader. So then you start telling yourself those stories that are wrong just based on your own, ego. Like, I don't think, I knew I couldn't do this. And you start trying to prove yourself right.
Mm-hmm.
Without the coaching, like from coaches, motivation from all of you guys, all the moderators. I hear how you pick each other up on those days too.
It's that deprivation, right? It's that, self-sabotaging thing that we all have innately, because it's really a protective mechanism by the brain to prepare you for the worst. But really what it's doing is it's setting you up for something that may never happen. So why think about that? If you're going to use your imagination, which we have talked about on this show repeatedly, use it for the good. Imagine yourself doing well. Imagine yourself how you're going to feel at the end of that trade when it's successfully green, right? Flip the script.
Flip it. Your mistakes are building your edge. Every loss you learn from is data. Every emotional trade you catch is progress, and this difficulty means you're growing. I think the way people I think I read this before, people are successful, and people who tend to quit at things, they look at mistakes differently. People that are successful look at mistakes as lessons, as like building like the way you guys journal and things. It's about taking it and saying, okay, how can I do better? Because mistakes are going to happen, and then changing the behavior the next time and not continuing to do it over and over. At least a lot of times. We all do it a couple times.
I always thank God for the blessings and the lessons. The lessons are the challenging times, the times when you don't necessarily get what you want, or you take a loss, or something happens challenging in life. Thank you for the blessings. Obviously, the blessings are, my beautiful relationship, and the money that I make, and the talent that I've been gifted with, and a song that I might write, or play, or anything. The blessings, my child, right? My sister, my family, my ADT, the blessings. But then there are the lessons, when you don't necessarily do well, and you have to take something out of that, or somebody said something that brings you down, or whatever. You got to take the lessons with the blessings. And that's how I look at them, as lessons, because you take them, learn from them, and move on, right?
Jerry said no member of American Dream Trading should say, I'm not a trader. They should be saying, what kind of trader am I? Identify your
Absolutely.
strengths and play into them first. I like that, Jerry.
There you go, Jerry. We
That's
talk
really
about
good.
that. Figure out what kind of trader you are, and find the strategy that matches it, and master it.
I love that. Signs you're breaking through. You catch yourself before making the emotional decision. Losses don't ruin your day anymore. And that is exactly what he was talking about yesterday, right? Expect
Yep.
to win.
Expect to win. Exactly. It's like, when you do win, don't see it as, oh my God, I actually won. It's like, no, you're a trader. You're being trained in here by some of the best in the world. So you should expect to win. Something is so funny. I think of something when I was a kid, and I had time where I lived with my grandmom, and my grandmom didn't really make me do a lot of chores other than keep my room clean and stuff like that, right? But when my mom decided to come into the picture, and I started living with her, she gave me a set of chores, and one of them was to keep the dishes done, right? And I remember grandma coming over our house one night for dinner, and afterwards I washed the dish. Oh wow, she never did that for me. Wow, Dawn, that's pretty cool. My mom was a hard ass. She was strict. She's like, yeah, don't tout her for doing her job. She's supposed to do that, right? And I was like, wow, okay, you know what I mean? So, I kind of got, what Palm was saying
I was
yesterday. It's like,
blessed
when,
enough to know your mom for a little while. I definitely can
yeah,
hear her saying
can
that.
she that don't pat her in the back for doing that. I mean, she's supposed to do that. But it doesn't hurt to feel good about what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt when somebody gives you a compliment about what you're doing. It pushes you on. It doesn't make you feel, well, what the hell am I doing this for, right? At the end of the day, you're doing it for you. You're not doing it for other people. So don't worry about it if somebody else doesn't compliment you. As long as you say to yourself, hey, I did a good job today, and I want to keep doing that. That's all you need. Know inside that you are doing something good and you're progressing. You don't need other people to tell you that, right? But
Hmm.
at the end of the day, it's all good. She taught me, listen, there will be no dirty dishes in this house. She got me good, right? She trained me well.
Signs you're breaking through. You're journaling and asking better questions. You care more about process than individual trades. You start probably thinking about strategy, right?
You really do. That's the point that I'm at now. You get through all of the losses, and you make it through all of that. And then you realize, okay, I realize it's some things that I need to work on mentally to continue this process. And one of them is journaling, making sure I'm writing down what I'm thinking in these trades, right? That's another thing that I liked about what we had. Who do we have on here that read their journal entry? It was Bumblebee, and he
Hmm.
read what he was thinking in the trades, right? And
Right.
that helps. If you can go back to the mindset that you felt when you had a losing day as well as a winning day, that helps you in the future. How it gives you a reference point to build on, right?
Yeah. I think so too. And like if you are really successful and you write that down, I think writing the feeling you had with it and going back and reviewing that, especially on a hard day, can be helpful because you go back to
Absolutely.
that moment and get yourself back. Like most things in our trajectory in life are just a thought. And if we can change the thought, we
Then
can
we
change
can
our life.
change the feeling,
Hmm.
behind that thought, and we can change what we're doing, which is the action, and then we'll get a different result, right? Let me know if that's the same one you just read.
That's the same one.
Okay.
Signs you're breaking through. Good trading feels boring. You're not addicted to the action anymore. That's all it says.
I know I'm just typing down in the
Oh, I
chat.
got you. Yeah, I think this is interesting too because this is something you can go through in anything, right? Like if you feel like, oh, I'm just now doing my job, it can feel boring, but boring creates success and better than ups and downs and ups and downs. Most of our life is just steady, consistent, and when you get to that point, it's like, oh, now you have it figured out. It shouldn't feel that exciting or that down.
Right.
Like when you first start a job, speaking of that, for example, in the first couple of days, everything's real emotional. You're getting used to everything. You might have a really good day and then you have a really bad day where you don't think you know what you're doing. I think this is just the same kind of journey, and people who treat it like a job and take it seriously and show up every day and do the work are the ones that become successful. I've watched so many people come through here since you've been part of American Dream Trading, and they all have that work ethic that end up
So,
successful.
yep, for sure.
Don't quit 3 feet from gold. Like the story that Don told at the beginning, you might be closer to the breakthrough than you think. If you're experiencing these things, you might be in that early stage still, and now you can expect these things to happen, so you can stay with it longer and just keep going.
Yeah. And a lot of times you don't really realize it until, like what happened with Trent. All of a sudden he just had a breakthrough out of nowhere and realized, wow, I know more than I thought I did, and he took that and he capitalized on it. You may be further along than you realize, than you think. Sometimes I don't know how far along I am until somebody asks me a question, and then I realize, holy shit, I know the answer to that.
Right.
And the
I
answer to
hear
that
you.
one, okay. So it feels good to be able to help others, you know what I mean? So yeah, that works.
Absolutely. Then if you push through, and I think this is what we were just talking about, the way Trent, he couldn't almost even explain it, right? When you were asking, it's just something happens that you can't even explain. Everything slows down, the charts make more sense, the emotions get easier, you just kind of get it. And it doesn't even have to be one trade or one moment, but it's just a progression where all of a sudden you just sit back like he did and said, something clicked today that didn't before.
Right.
And I think there's different phases. Like this happens, could happen, you know, at, for anybody at a different time, and you continue to, I think, get more and more clear and understand things and add new nuanced things that you would have never thought you would have known, but you're still reaching a different level each time.
You go through that. I hear you go through that with the building of your channel and your vegan group, you know?
Yeah, it definitely is that same thing. Like, first you get a couple of subscribers, and then something happens. One of them is a robot or something and leaves, and then you're like, "Oh, am I doing something wrong?" And then it's up, and then it just becomes a point where if you do the same thing every day and you show up for the people, they start. It just
Showing up for
becomes
you.
more consistent.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. How to navigate this stage. Find traders who understand this journey and celebrate execution wins, not just profits.
That's what we talk about a lot, focusing on profits over focusing on process over profits, because without mastering the process there is no profit, right? There's only the losses. And also we talked about calm being a strategy. Sitting on your hands is a strategy, and saving the capital that you got is a strategy. So you got to also, I didn't trade today, well, that's not a failure. That means you either had the strength to stay out of the market if it wasn't giving you what you wanted. That's also part of what you have to learn, is a part of trading, and have to learn how to execute that. Not trading. That's something you got to learn how to get in your arsenal as well. Not just making perfect trades, you also have to learn when not to trade, right?
Good point. I think let's see. Find traders who understand this journey. Oh, yeah, we did just do this one, and we're celebrating our execution, not just profits. Yeah, that's the same one. The traders who make it aren't smarter, they're not more talented, they just understood the struggle is temporary and if you keep showing up. Where are you in your journey?
And that was the last one. So that's what, we wanted to get through to everybody. It's not over if you are struggling. It just means you're getting your learn on, and you're going through that process, that hidden stage, which is right before you have that breakthrough where you're actually learning what not to do, right? And
Mhm.
at some point all of those begin to add up, and then you've got coach's rules, and you start implementing those and not implementing the bad habits simultaneously, and you're making green days. You're having green days. Before you know it, you're having green days, right? And not just the musical band.
I
Yeah.
love that. That was
So,
awesome. Very
yeah.
motivating.
So that's all I've got for tonight, gang. I didn't want to keep you here late on a Friday. I know you guys are ready to get your weekend started, but don't stop 3 feet from goal. Get it to where you are learning, you're journaling everything. Speaking of which, everybody make sure you get over to WAP and get your trading journal. They're only $39 for the year, and that is half off right now. So
Oh,
get
that's
that
good.
while, yeah, we've got the electronic trading journal. Um, take advantage of that. And again, don't forget, starting this upcoming week, we have got the platinum, which is
Ooh.
going to be, you're going to be able to get the platinum, and that is going to be $5,000. It's going to include all of our memberships, and one low price for 5K, and it starts in February. That is going to replace the diamond lifetime membership. It will be 5K renewable on a yearly basis, but once again, it includes all of our stuff. So that's going to absolutely be amazing. But right now, I think you can still get the diamond. So take advantage, because tonight is it. Tonight is the last night. So you want to take full advantage of that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm surprised there's not people already. Well, there might be. We don't see them coming through.
Yeah.
But I would
Also, if
be.
you want to pick up any of the memberships individually, just use code DAWN Dawn at checkout and take 10% off. So if you spend the 5K, you're going to get 500 off just by using the code DAWN, right? Um, Guys, thank you for being here. That song that I talked about, the American Dream Trading Theme by Ken Mayfield, we're going to go ahead and play that for you. But before we do, we're going to end the show like we always do with Coach's Rules, so that you can remember not only what not to do, but remember what to do. Jen, did you have anything else that you wanted to say to anybody before we get out of here?
No, thanks for having me, Bucko. Thank you. You said have a wonderful evening, and
You
thank you
too,
everybody
Bucko.
for all your amazing comments. And if you're watching the replay of this, leave a comment if you feel comfortable to do so, where you are in your journey if you're in this stage. And that's all I had to say. You know, I can never just say one word.
And also, the tip jar is there as well. If you want to throw a tip my way for the weekend, it's not mandatory, but it is appreciated. It's also part of my income. So feel free to throw something in the tip jar if you feel like I've done a good job with the streams this week. And it is appreciated. Gang, love
I'll
your
tip you.
faces. Huh?
I'll tip you.
Let's see here. Where is it? There it is. We've got the
Good night.
trading
Thank you,
rules.
Dawn.
Thank you, Jen, for always helping out and always being supportive and helping me tonight on the stream. I appreciate you. Good night, Darn Cricket. Good night, Pebbles. Good night, Chris and Bucko. Good night, Jerry. Good night, everybody down there. Thank you once again for being here. Love your faces. And don't forget David's class tomorrow, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard, is the weekend gold training, right? So take advantage of that. And see you guys next week.
You guys remember all the rules. You must follow all of them, not some. You don't get to sprinkle in your own and leave mine out. You must follow all the rules. Always have a stop loss in each and every trade. If you're a new trader, make sure you are simulate trading only using a paper account. I don't want anybody losing their money while you are in training. Make sure you guys are using small position sizes. This will allow you to let those runners run and stop out the losers. Again, stops on every trade, regardless of shares, options, futures, or crypto. Make sure you guys are journaling every single day. It's one of the most important pieces of what we do on top of the risk management, so that you can help assess what you are doing and make the changes that you need to do. Don't trade in the first 30 minutes or the last hour of the day if you're a new trader. And if you are an experienced trader, please be careful the first 3 minutes or the last 8 minutes of the trading day.
I was stuck in the cycle, just spinning my wheels, chasing time, losing sleep, forgetting how to feel. Dreams collecting dust on a shelf in my mind, till I found a spark, a way to realign. Not just numbers, charts, or lines on a screen. It was a mirror that showed who I could be. American dream trading, you opened the door, gave me the tools, now I'm asking for more. No more waiting for life to decide. You gave me the pen so I could rewrite. From fear to focus, from doubt to drive, I found my strength, now I'm alive. You didn't just teach me to trade, you helped me rewrite my life. Used to think I missed my chance, too late to change, but you showed me growth lies outside the cage. Now I'm building something real, not just getting by. Flipping setbacks into fuel, reaching for the sky. You said mindset first, and now I see. Success starts with who you believe you can be. American dream trading, you opened the door, gave me the tools, now I'm asking for more. No more waiting for life to decide. You gave me the pen so I could rewrite. From fear to focus, from doubt to drive, I found my strength, now I'm alive. You didn't just teach me to trade, you helped me rewrite my life. It's not about luck, it's learning to lead, turning every loss into a seed. Now I grow with every rise and fall, standing tall, no dreams too small. American dream being traded, you show me the way, turn my dark into light, my night into day. Now I'm writing my future in my own hand, with purpose, with power, with a brand new plan. From stuck to soaring, from fear to flight, you helped me rewrite my life. Yeah, I'm trading more than stocks, I'm trading pain for pride. Thanks to the dream, now rewrite my life.